Hi, Patrick here, Half Cheetah Will View, and we are here for another film review. And by the time that you watch this film review, uh, we'll have interviewed writer and director Karen Lam of the film. We will be talking to her on September 21st, and the Curse of Willow Song will drop on September 26th, and that is when this review will drop. Um, So we're a little ahead of ourselves. So hopefully, by the time you hear this, hopefully you'll come out and enjoy the interview with Karen Lam. If not, you can always go back and watch the replay. So the movie we're going to be talking about today is very, very interesting, and that is The Curse of Willow Song. It came out on 2022 and it's being released by Uncork'd Entertainment, like I said, on September 26th. So normally I would tell you the synopsis of the film, but I can't really do that today because this film is not that easy to describe on the surface. So the Curse of Willow Song is, for one thing, I got to tell you right now, it is beautifully photographed. The first and foremost thing that'll really hook you in is the cinematography, and that was by Thomas Billingsley. So the movie is concerning a young lady named Willow Song, who has just been released from prison and is just now finding her way out. She's on probation. She has a set of conditions. Her probation officer is not a very nice person, and so she is up against it. She has to stay clean. She has to find employment, and she has to stay away from her brother, as her brother is probably not a very nice guy. Her brother Mission. So Willow's she's stacked up against it, but she did pick up some skills in prison. She learned how to weld, so she is a welder. And that's how we meet her. We see her working at an art warehouse, and she is welding pieces together for an art patron. Uh, so uh, so yeah, you sort of get an idea right there that it's not necessarily all what it seems, and it seems like Willow's not going to be. It seems like she's being set up, and after hanging out with her friend Flea for a night, she goes over to has pizza, and then they celebrate the fact that Willow's out and seems to be moving forward. So they go out there and they get tattoos for Willow. But the next day she wakes up late to work. She dashes over there, but the door's locked. And not until late in the afternoon does another person come by, and Willow says, "I work here, and I there's no one's been here. I've been here all day." And the assistant says that the patron had gotten a job in Shanghai, and she took the first thing smoking out there. And she didn't tell Willow, and she didn't tell Willow about the art pieces or anything else. So Willow's out in the outs. She has no more job, so that's not a good thing. When she goes back to her hotel, she finds out that her state check that has been helping her is no longer there. She is someone came by and stole her check and cashed it that same day. Um, so now she suspects the clerk of doing it. The clerk says no, but she says, well, maybe your friend Flea, she's always down here, looking at the mail. Maybe she did it, and it's a possibility. So of course now she's desperate. She has to find work, so she does to go apply for construction jobs. Of course, she runs across a very creepy site foreman who wants to hire her and keeps on commenting on her looks and wants to hire her as his assistant. But Willow wants to work outside. She wants to gain experience. She wants to be a welder. And of course, once she says that's what she wants, the guy turns into a raging asshole and says there's no jobs. So of course, Um, so now Willow has to go back to her probation officer, and she's really skirting on thin ice. I mean, really thin ice, because she hasn't reported, and she has missed two appointments. She's missed checking in. She has no job. It's really not looking good. And she's, and she again tells her, you're on thin ice. Uh, as Willow comes out, all of a sudden she's accosted by this stranger, and he comes up behind her and grabs her from behind, and he could kill her in a second, but he wants money. Um, supposedly that he supposedly that Willow had done something to him, and he wanted some money back. He wanted some payback. She manages to get away from him and runs to her friend Danny, who happens to be there. And Danny turns around and says, "I got something for you." So she puts Willow up in an empty warehouse and says, "Stay here, guard the place. Don't let any squatters come in. We'll take care of you." When she says we find out that the girl Danny happens to be the girlfriend of her brother Mission, who she was specifically told to stay away from. No reason is given for this. No reason, it's not like, they don't say anything wrong with what Mission is doing. You have an idea that he's up to shenanigans, but it's never really laid out, and that's okay because that's important. So that's what Willow does. She goes ahead and she works at the warehouse. She guards it at night, and pretty soon though she's starting to see weird things happening, and she starts going into almost like catatonic trances. And then when she snaps out of them, she's okay. Then she gets up and she goes out and does her things during the day. She runs across Flea, and we see that Flea has just she might have been sober when Willow met her, but she definitely ain't sober now. She looks totally methed out, and she wants nothing to do with Willow because she thinks that Willow has an easy life. And so that's obviously not true, but that's the way it works out sometimes. So, but what's really weird is that when Willow goes into these trances, and her brother and his girlfriend get scared, and they go ahead and they seek help, and they really can't do anything about it, other than let her sleep. Willow gets up and she's something's changing, something's going on, but we just don't know what it is. And that starts leading toward an ending where she runs across Wolf once again, and she runs back to the warehouse. But Wolf's has been tracking her, and so now he knows where she's going. So he follows her into the warehouse, and that's as far as we can go. That's as far as we can go here. But this movie is very cool. Okay, now I've seen other people talk about it as a slow burn and psychological thriller and all this other stuff, but it is some of that, but it's also something else very, very different. And I'm watching the movie and I'm going like, man, this does not feel like a horror story. Though there are elements into it, it doesn't feel like a horror story. It does almost feel like a straight drama. A young girl getting out of prison, trying to stay on the up and up, encountering real world problems, just trying to deal with life. There's nothing there to imply anything other than what it is. It could be a straight drama, but toward the end there, now it does start tweaking it a little bit. And there are a couple of signs of that we're watching something. We're watching something more than what we've been led to believe. And if you stay with this movie, and this movie is slow, I will say that it is a very slow burn, but it will pay off. It will pay off. It'll pay off in a big way. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I wish the pace had been just a little bit more. I wish we would have seen just a little bit more of the ending, a little bit more forward in the movie. but I'm okay with it. I hope this movie does really well. I really, really hope it does. I would love to see the next step. I would like to see the next chapter. Did I imply there could be a sequel? Maybe, maybe. But you have to watch you have to watch the Curse of Willow Song to find out. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought the acting was strong throughout the top to bottom. Um, we gotta shout out Valerie Tien as Willow. She's absolutely great in this movie. Her whole face shows all the emotions. She's working hard. She's trying to do the right thing. Um, and circumstances and fate have other plans for her. And it'll be very interesting to see. Um, it'll be very interesting to follow Willow. That's for sure. We also give out some shout outs to Elfina Luke, who played Danny, Ingrid Nielsen, who played Flea. Whew, man, she did a great job as Flea too. Man, yeah, that was a good role for her. Adam Lowlocker plays Wolf. He has a very important part to play in this drama. Amanda Burke plays Melissa, the probation officer, and Simon Chin plays Mission. And that is the guy it'll be very interesting to see what would happen. I wish they would have more Mission in this here too as well, because I think Mission has a lot in common with his sister more than he realizes. And it'll be very interesting to see if anybody else picks that up. All right. That's it for this review. Again, this came out on Uncork'd. I will go ahead and put the link down below for Uncork'd, so if you want to buy it from there, I'll also be leaving the link down to the interview with Karen Lam after it's done. So as soon as you get done reading this review, you guys can go down and check it out. Karen's, I got to talk a little bit about Karen because like I said, her history is really terrific. We'll be talking about it as well. She is a prolific screenwriter and director. Not only has she done The Curse of Willow Song, she also directed the fun film Bring It On, Cheer or Die. That's right, Karen Lam did that movie as well. And we will be talking with her about that and about a host of other things as well, including Doll Parts and Evangeline. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we will check you out for the next review. If you like what you heard, drop a sub, leave a comment, hit the like button. Thanks so much, and we'll see you for the next one.